This is the most complex strat ever in pro play. By the end of this video, you're gonna understand how this strat was possible. We're actually gonna have to go a bit back in time to explain this one, as the backstory itself also gives a bit of crazy context to this. To help us understand just how long FaZe had been cooking this one up, we got our own founder and former coach for Heroic Feed to walk us through exactly how this strat felt like the first time he ran into it.
Yeah, so I faced the first version of this strat in the spring of 2022 when I was coaching a team called Coalesce. It was a team together with Emmy. He was my IGL back then, and now he's coaching Simple in the BC game. And FaZe were preparing for the Antwerp major. They had a group stage opening match against ENS, and we saw a lot of crazy stuff that they were doing for that major. At the time, ENS had Madden playing for it, and he's a good friend of ours, so we told Madden everything that FaZe had. They did end up winning the Antwerp major, but at least ENS beat them in this opening Mirage match 16-8, so I guess we helped out a little bit. And one of the strats they did back then was a different version of this strat, and it is insane. When you're playing against it, it feels like you're playing against 6 people. And there are a few differences compared to this old version, but the core idea is the same. And that is that you have no idea what they're doing and where they want to go. We faced it before it was ever done live in any match, and we couldn't figure it out until we saw it on a demo later. So it is really difficult to play against this strat.
Okay, so let's break this strat down. We can divide this into 3 areas. Everything that's happening in mid, everything on A, and everything on B. We have different protocols depending on what the players see on the server and what actually happens. Nonetheless, they're going to start out with a mid default fake. And for this fake, they're going to use a top mid smoke. And it's not exactly many seconds after this mid default fake is done, where Frozen will be starting to fake this A pop with a couple of flashes, comboed with the top connector smoke, commonly thrown from outside of A. And it's important to note here that he doesn't actually commit right away, but we will be coming back to that. And right after Frozen has thrown everything he needs to throw out, this is where it actually unfolds. Elige and Brokey is actually going to start their B fake right here, and they're going to fully send it with a full B hit. And a cool little detail here is that Rain's smoke from top mid is actually also helping them out, even though he's not in B apps. So they're going to be sending out Elige to fully commit on this, to actually try and sell the fake. And at the same time that this is going down, we have Karrigan here fully sprinting up short to take advantage of the chaos that the B players have created. And in this specific scenario, he actually gets a pick on short. And now we move on to the next layer of this strat. Rain throws the smoke for short to help sell the B fake even more, where they are trying to draw the short player towards the B site. Rain then uses the noise and chaos that Karrigan has created to try and lurk in middle. After Rain gets the kill in connector, he jumps up into window and lurks from there, which is also a great option if you have the space for it. See how easy it is for him to just backstab the res in this situation. Understandably so, he was not quite ready for another player to be there as well, because it really makes you feel like you are playing against 6 players. There is utility and chaos everywhere. And remember that detail I told you about? A key part to this strat as well is the continuous pressure that the CT feels is coming from every part of the map. Like Frozen, he throws his nade set, but he doesn't leave A. He's still gonna be there. He's still gonna look for his timing. He's still gonna end up searching up A ramp. The B players, they're not gonna stop. They're committing. They're actively trying to create chaos on B side and pretty much enabling the mid players to be active. Another key point to bring up here is the fact that Brokey has the C4 on him, and he's waiting to commit to any site till he sees which of them they can actually break through on. To give you a better perspective, let's have a quick look at how this appears for the CT side. We'll start with the key moment, and this is PR running short to mid to try and fight for it. He hears the default nades in mid, and shortly after, his teammates are communicating A pop nades being thrown, but nobody has actually committed out. Shortly after this again, you can see he reacts off the T's throwing a B side execute, and he's convinced they faked a default mid into an A pop as a fake into this B hit. As a matter of fact, it was yet another fake from FaZe, resulting in him getting shot in the back by Karrigan, who was using the chaos they created. And that's what makes this the most complex strat in pro play. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you want to get better at CS, check out Metastack for thousands of nade lineups, and the strat even has full player breakdown written up, so it's easy to follow what every player has to do.